Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Stacy's Crafty Jam. And here I am with my project finally done. I say finally, it's just been a busy month, but I'd wanted it done a couple of days ago. But here I am working with the Vintage Slim Collage Journal pages from LineDotArrow. This is my design team project for the month of, where are we at? July. We're still in July. Yeah. Looking forward to what we have in August. Yeah, it's gonna be good. Another great month. But we're wrapping up July's projects, and this is the last one on my agenda for July, and coming in right at home. But we're working with the Vintage Slim collage journal pages. I had told you in previous videos that I'm also incorporating the real vintage pages and the vintage book pages kits. There's the vintage book page kit and the add-on, and I've incorporated all 3.5 four of these kits, but the main kit and the majority of it is from the Vintage Slimline kit. And thank you, Natalie, as always, for allowing me to be on your design team. I really enjoy all of the inspiration, and I really, more than anything, love playing with LineDotArrow papers. Love them. Made a slimline journal. I've given you all a peek of it beforehand. I really like the way this turned out. Now I had to put my camera on the high side of life, yeah. But I made a what do you call it? A tassel. Look how pretty my tassel is. Oh my gosh. And then I incorporated, the measuring tape, ribbon, twill stuff, laces, sari silks, crinkled seam binding, all kinds of, I love that I was able to put this kind of almost mustard color in there, this light yellow there. Yeah. And then of course, black. I love, I put a little spot of gold in there, and then the creams. Yeah, I like my tassel. And then I used, my sister and I picked these up somewhere along our craft retreat trip at like a garage sale, thrift store, flea market thing. Yeah. And here they are coming in handy. I like that. I used an elastic binding. Love elastic bindings. Y'all know that. Well, maybe you don't, but you do now. And I like that I was able to use colored eyelets this time. And I added the pop of kind of coral orange in there because, it goes with the cover. It goes with that, the zipper thing I got going on there. Yeah, here's the back. Let me untie this little baby. I'm using some cream sari. I got this cream sari from Sold by Michelle, and she's got that at really good deals. And so thank you, Michelle. I love her shop. And but anyway, this was the cover design. I did this on a video with you guys. Yeah, I mean, I had to push this up so you guys can get even with me raising the camera up. Yeah. And my vintage buttons, my little ruffles. I enjoy making those ruffles. Look at these papers. They're so pretty. I love them. I love them. I like my little curl thing there. Yeah. I like the way this turned out. My sewing, everything. Yeah. I like this. And then, of course, always, this is a fabric spine there. And then here's the back. Pretty paper from the Slimline kit. Sewed on it. Put some crocheted lace stuff there at the top and the bottom. Yeah, I like the way this is fringing out on the spine is fringing there. Added some beautiful chocolate brown lace there and on the front. Yeah, she's of course I can't do anything that isn't chunky. Look, I even have a couple of charms on here. I don't always do a lot of charms, but I mean, what's a charm? It's a key on a bulb pin. I went all out. But anyway, I don't know. They look kind of cool as they lay, on the, I don't know, can you see the two dangles there? Anyway, let's get started and take a gander at this thing here. See what all I did. The inside is a flip and just the pretty papers from the Slimline kit. And I altered, this is a vellum pocket, and I altered a flashcard. I just put some vellum on it. It almost looks like I printed on it. I coffee dyed it first, and then I put the vellum on there. And more of that Slimline paper. Put a little well tab on there. And there. That's all there is to the little inside front cover there. And then these two pages kind of match and such. But I think that looks kind of cool. It's almost like a mirror image. I don't think I meant to do that, but that was the order I put my signature. So that's what happened. But I think it's kind of cool the way it almost mirrors, right here. I like that. And then I put a lot of trims and laces on my journal pages. I altered. This is a sack that was actually probably about that long. Okay, and I cut it in half and made two pockets out of it. This pocket, and then there's the other half of this is in there. Just altered it with some ephemera, and I made a pocket out of the pocket. So there's that. Oh, I need to put a topper on that. I didn't see it. I need to ink that. Let me leave this out so I'll remember to do it. Yeah. So that didn't get done. Then I put this is some ephemera. This is a LineDotArrow ephemera kit, and I just had I backed it with some of her pretty paper, put one of her tabs that she has in the kit on there. I got glue all over my fingers. I live with glue all the time. But yeah, that goes in there. And then this is a working pocket, but I'm going to leave this out so I remember to put the topper on there. Then I made these little clusters. They're like snippet strips. And I made them, I put 4 on one strip. I did a live on that with Tabitha, and that's one of those little elements. And I stuck a little ruffle that I make. I love making these ruffles. They are so fun. Can y'all see that? That is just adorable. And then the black thread, I like that. This is a blueprint page. I got this blueprint page from, I believe, Elaine Larkin from the craft retreat. Love this page. Love it. I don't know if those are oranges or what those are, but I love that pop of color. I like vintage a lot, but I love it when there's pops of color. And this coral orange kind of color keeps coming and working its way through this project. I love that. It's on the butterfly. It's on this page. This page is from the book pages. Yeah. And then I just altered a black tag that I had with her ephemera, her paper, some lace. And I made a pocket. I was inspired by Natalie from LineDotArrow. She made these fabric pockets. She did a video a couple of weeks ago making these fabric pockets. And I was like, man, I want to do that. So I used a doily from my sister and I have that shop, our Etsy shop, Two Sister Jam. And I pulled out some of our Two Sister Jam stuff. And I made a pocket using one of our doilies. And added some lace trim and, some of the butterflies from the kit. Yeah, I love this pocket. Then here's some real vintage ledger paper. I don't have any more of this. I've got to find some more. I love this. Look at that. They've got that old numbers on there like that. The ledger paper you get now does not look anything like this. I love it. I got that at the craft retreat from somebody. And then here are these page edge clusters that I told you that we made in a video, I guess about my last video, actually, I think it was. And what I did on these is I offset them and still have them coming out the back too. I sewed on almost every page. I like, y'all know I like my sewing. I did these paper clips, these altered paper clips using her little tags. And, but then I altered this time card that I got from Sold by Michelle, and I used the vellum on it. Listen to that sound. I like that. And then put one of her little tags, made a little pocket out of her pocket and put a little tag in there. I like the way this little altered thingy-mabob turned out here. I really liking that. And I like how it's hanging off the edge here. You can see that little tab. And then here is that, where's that dangle? I made an altered a time card with vellum. I used quite a bit of vellum on this one. I didn't put any vellum in the pages, but I used vellum in my in my project, you know, in different tags and stuff, and just altered a time card with the vellum, put a well tail and a dangle on it, and this is so big that the thank goodness for the paper clip, but I love these altered paper clips. Yeah, and here is a real vintage magazine page out of, I think, a Cosmo. It's pretty cool. Or no, this I think this is one for my sister and I. Oh, I can't remember. We've collected a lot of cool stuff. Love this page. I love my trim. I love my sewing. And then, I left a little journaling space. I don't know how much journaling spaces are in here. Yeah, there's one. There's one. Here's more of my ruffles with that Tim Holtz. I like my Tim Holtz ruffles. And then, oh my goodness, I love how this little guy turned out. This is one of our vintage photos from Two Sister Jam. And then this is this was actually that little mini notebook that I made, but I took it and cut it in half and used it as a card. And I put my little vintage photo on there, one of her butterflies, her tab. Yeah, I really like the way this turned out. Yeah, this is really, look at his little tongue. He's a cutie. He's a cutie. Yeah, we've got some good photos in our shop. And then there's a pocket. Then here's another one. Now this is, I believe for sure, a page that I got from Kim Evans gave me this. It came out of a like a 40s or 50s Cosmopolitan. Yeah. Oh, don't you love that? That added, and this being vintage, it just went right with it. Look, there's some journaling space. And then here is a flip I made with a glassine envelope. And I just altered it with her pretty paper and her ephemera and whatnot. And then I put a couple of her cards in there. This is more of the ephemera from, well, I'm not sure. I think this is ephemera from her kit. Not the Slimline, but another of her ephemera kits. And then this is some pretty coffee dye that I got from Elaine Larkin. Yeah. And I did some fancy stitching. Look how pretty this is. Oh. And then here's one of her pockets. And in it is an altered little, I don't know, something I got from Sold by Michelle. And I put some paper on the back. But it's perforated down here. But because I put paper on the front and the back, it's not going to come apart. Yeah. And then here's one of her postcards. Sewed on that. I might should have sewed on this. You know what? That's getting done too. I'm sewing on it. I don't know why I didn't. If I stick it to the side, I'm going to have to work on it. This is the center of the signature, but it's so pretty, I didn't want to touch it. Yeah, and I just put the pretty crocheted lace on it. Another little ruffle that I added. And then more of that. This is the other part of that coffee dye from Elaine. And then here's another one of those page, some journaling space. But then here's one of those page edge clusters that I made. And then I love how it's hanging off the back here. Look at that. That's lovely. Yeah. And then more journaling space. I guess I did leave a little bit. I was thinking I didn't leave any at all. I just crammed it full. More of that pretty, the ruffle. More of that pretty magazine page. Yeah, I did leave some journaling space. I sure did. Well, I'm glad, because whoever gets this may want to write or decorate in it. Whoever gets that, this will be available. For whoever may want it. Yeah. Oh, I love this ruffle. This is some pretty lace ruffle there. Yeah. And beautiful coffee dye. I think this is coffee dye from Zoe. Me and Zoe are making a trade again. I got to have more coffee dye. I love this. See the yellow that's coming through on this? I put the yellow on the and then the yellow on this page. I thought the yellow lace really said la. Yep. Here's the other part of that blueprint. And then this is a pretty cool thing. I made a master board, and the master board itself was too thick. So I copied it and made a flip out of it. And then here's a scrappy notebook. Yeah. And then that's pretty cool. I like that. And then, oh my gosh, I love this black trim. I got this stuff from Temu. Oh, I love this page because the black pops in this page. And oh, look at that. That is some pretty stuff. I love it. I love this journal. Oh, I do. And then this is that it's actually a cover to a notebook or a booklet. And I just cut it in half and altered it. I like the way this one turned out too. I did a lot of tall, slender tags. And then this is another one of those. I did that on the live. I made a two part little thing there and cut it in half. I got some brown stitching and some black stitching. I think that's cool. And then I love this. I put some little vintage, like yellow, green. They're green stamps, but they're yellow. So I don't know what state has those. Texas doesn't have, or Texas didn't have. Well, they don't have green stamps no more. I love there's another one of my vintage photos from Two Sister. That looks really good. I like the way it's torn. Yeah, that I love that. And then some ephemera from either the ephemera kit or from the Slimline kit. And this is a glassine. I love the sound of that. And then that coffee dye from Elaine. She does a good job on her coffee dye. I like this. I love it. I didn't want to cover that up, so I only put the trim right there. And then that brown pop of sewing right there. Yeah, I like that. And then look at this blueprint page. I like that. I'm liking all my different little pages I added in here. And then here's a pocket. And I just altered. I didn't alter this one, except I just this is one the other half of that booklet, and I just made a tag out of it with a whale tail. I didn't put a topper on this on purpose because I just liked it. I thought it looked real industrial like, you know. And then here's her tag that I just altered. Yeah, back everything with either her pretty paper or something. Yeah, I like that. I like that burlap. Yeah, and then here's another magazine page. I think that's for, something I got from my sister. And then there's another one of those little clusters that I made on the coffee dye. Oh, I like this page. Love this lace trim. I think I got that from Temu too. More of this journal, the ledger paper. I'm going to have to locate. I think I'm going to look on Etsy. My ruffle. Oh, I love this page. This is from the real vintage pages. It is. I'm going to have to locate some vintage ledger paper. And then more of the cool vintage magazine. It was neat because of the way that the journal is. It's 14 inches tall and it's 4 inches wide here. But with the laces and everything, it ends up being more like 5 inches wide. You know, but from just the cover itself is 4 inches. Yeah. And then this is some real vintage. All the music pages you're seeing is real vintage music pages from Two Sister. Yep, I love my little scrappy notebooks. I put several of those in here. There's my page edge that I made. And I like the way that hangs off there. That looks lovely. The music, then the different layers. That looks really cool. And then the coffee dye with the sewing, the music. I mean, the magazine. Here's another one of the paper clips. I made, I think I made 2 or 3 of those paper clips. And then this is a tag or a tall journal card. And I just altered it with some of her stuff. Backed it with, I think this is backed with the real vintage book pages. Not book pages, but the real vintage pages. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this. I used a paint chip and I slivered off on either side to make it thinner, and I altered it. And then added the ink. Doesn't this look cool? I like this. I like that a lot. Yeah, y'all know me and tags. I love making tags. Love them. I love this trim with that brown stitching on it. Oh yeah, this just hits all of the buttons for me, guys. Look at that. Look at this magazine page. Oh my gosh. I love it. Here's that other doily pocket that I made. I love this kind of goldish brown, bronzy stuff. I think I got that from Temu. And but I like my little doily pocket. Yeah. And then here's the tags I just altered. And there's a little piece of a doily. And then that's the same doily. I got them matching there. Matchy match. Yeah. It fits snug as a bug in a rug in this pocket, that's for sure. There we go. And then this is the rest of that blueprint page. Look at that seal on there. That's cool. And then here is, I put a long ruffle on this one, my Tim Holtz ruffle. And then here's a fabric flip. I did a fabric flip this time. I think I did a fabric flip in the front, and I missed telling you about it. Yeah, or maybe I didn't. I don't remember. Maybe we hadn't got to the other one yet. I did 2 fabric flips in this one. Love the black lace. Look at it popping on this with the black on this page. And then here's the third signature. And, you know, there's just a little bit of journaling space. Enough. I love to decorate, you know, coffee dye. And then here's that cluster. I made a long, tall cluster and basically did it 2-sided so that I could cut it in half. And, but I made a pocket out of each one. And just put a tab on this card and backed it. Yeah, this is some beautiful paper. Look at that. Oh, my gosh. Buttercup. My daughter sings that song all the time. Buttercup, buttercup. Okay. And I won't sing. And now, here's a tag with that pretty seam binding and sewed on the pocket. Here's my page edge cluster that I've got hanging off this blueprint page. See it? I love that. You can even see the sewing a little bit right there. And then there's a little ruffle there. Add a little floral in there. You know, try to mix it up a little bit. That's a postcard from her kit. I just sewed on it. And then there's my very last vintage journal page. I'm sad. I got to find more of those. I love my scrappy notebooks. I love scrappy notebooks. They're so fun to make. And, here's the other fabric flip. I didn't miss it. I love my fabric flips. Man, any chance I can get to get on my sewing machine, I'm doing it. I am doing it all day. I love it. Especially as it pertains. I don't know that I'm going to love making a dress. I'll be honest with you. But I love sewing for it with my projects. And then this is another time card that I put vellum on. And got my little dangle, my whale tail. And I got that on a paper clip. Look at this page. This is part of that real book pages kit. With that black lace, that black trim. Oh, I love that stuff. I used it all in this. I didn't put anything here because I liked the way that sat on the page. And quite frankly, this journal is packed full. Packed full. All right. And then here's that other part of that pocket, or that bag that I made into 2 pockets. And just I've made it into a pocket here, and then it's a pocket here too. I think I want to put a tab. Oh, I did put a tab. It's just not sticking out very far. Okay. But anyway, that's a postcard from the Slimline kit. And I love this this bag. Linda Smith gave that to me. Thank you, Linda. And then a little bit of journaling, my page edge cluster that's hanging off. Look at it. I love that. I did 2 pockets here, a pocket up here and a pocket down here. Pockets everywhere. And you got the tags with the little toppers. Just backed it with a book page. This one has a topper and just backed it with pretty paper. Yeah, I think there's 164 pages in this journal. Yeah. No, I know there is because I counted them. Now we're in the middle of the 3rd signature. Yep. Coffee dye. And then here is one of the envelopes from the kit. I can't remember. I think I put something in it. It's so pretty. I was going to alter it, but then, oh my gosh. And I didn't even put it together. I thought whoever gets this journal, I need to ink that. I love this ephemera. This is from an ephemera kit. But I didn't even put it together because I thought whoever gets the journal, they can do what they want with it. You know what I mean? Either they can put it together and let me put that there and I'll remember. I'm going to ink that and put it in there. So I got some things to do. I got a few things left to do. And then all the I's and the T's will be dotted and the T's will be crossed. I like this, the way this page edge cluster is hanging off the side. I like different levels and layers, you know. I really, really do. And then I did this pocket sideways because it wouldn't fit regular. It just wouldn't fit. My journal's too slim. I love this brown lace. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. And it looks so pretty on this paper. There's the last ledger pager in my world. Got to get more. And this other part of that blueprint. And then this yellow looks lovely on this page. I love this yellow lace. I love these laces, the cream, brown, black, you know, yellow. Yeah. I love this is part of that little cluster that I made 4 or 5 little pieces on it. And I put a little ruffle behind it. I like that. And then that's on a coffee dye. That's coffee dye from Zoe. And then here's that magazine. That's another one of the clusters that I put a little piece of fabric behind. And then that's it on the signatures. Yep, that zipper is making a noise under there. And then the back inside cover does a flip just like the front, and a vellum pocket. And I just put one of her long journals tag cards things, put a whale tail on there, and because that whale tail just really matches. Arlene sent those whale tails to me. And again, I didn't put a topper on here on purpose. I liked the industrial kind of feel to it, and I didn't want to mess with it. I like that. And there that is. That is my slimline vintage slimline kit. I say kit journal. Thank you, Natalie, for letting me work with your designs. I am a blessed gal to get to play with these papers. I love my tassel. I can play with it and pet it. I like my cover. She's a pretty thing. You know, she's very pretty. And then, yeah, she needs to be contained. I didn't do a closure on this one on purpose because I knew that I had this cream sari, and I'm just gonna tie her up myself. Let's see. I'll show you. We can contain her. She tries to pop up, but that's fine. I have learned something. When I made this tassel, I realized, Stacy, there is nothing in your life that you don't make chunky. Yourself, I'm chunky. My journals are chunky. My tassels are chunky. Chunky's okay. Chunky is good when it pertains, especially when it pertains to lovely. Oh, I love it. To lovely junk journaling. I'm going to finish these up, add some sewing, add some topper and some ink in there, put those back in here. And this is available if you're interested. I'll put it in the Two Sisters shop, but you know, you can PM me or comment if you're interested. But you know, the main thing is comment and tell me what you think about it. That's what I really, really want to know. Yes. Tell me what you think. I really, really want to know. Yeah, that's a song too. Yep, I love this. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for putting up with a bunch of Stacy, because I know sometimes I get to yakking and I'm just too much. Thank you. Thank you for your support. If you're new to Stacy's Crafty Jam and you'd like to see more crafting kind of like this, shabby, vintage, all over the place, then hit subscribe. You found a home. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate it. I know you have a life, and for that you took the time to watch this video. I'm very grateful. I will see you guys in the next video. Looking forward to August. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.